This is a guy his size and his speed. Even though he slipped a little bit, it's going to be challenging, and he's going to have to fight tonight, and that's what makes this appealing.
That's a live shot, incidentally, of Naseem Richardson wrapping Shane Mosley's hands in the dressing room. We expect that in about 15 minutes from now, both fighters will be ready to enter the ring. This is happening later than we might have expected, partially because Naseem Richardson would not leave Floyd Mayweather's dressing room until his hands were completely wrapped, and Nevada State Athletic Commission investigators had signed off on it.
Maybe it's only us fight degenerates that remember just how good Shane Mosley was. In the 90s, he was a lightweight, 32-0, 30 knockouts. The highest percentage of knockouts, 95%, that we've ever seen in a lightweight. Maybe, certainly one of the best since Duran. In the first decade of the 2000s, he was the welterweight champion in 2001 and in 2009 again. This guy has been everything you want in a fighter, except maybe in the modern age when communications being what they are, knowing how to promote himself outside of the ring.
Shane Mosley, surefire Hall of Fame fighter, and earlier this evening, Larry spoke to him in his dressing room.
Shane, it took a tragic earthquake that postponed the fight you had with Andre Berto. It took a negotiation worth tens of millions of dollars to both fighters, Mayweather and Pacquiao, to fall apart over the blood issue, for you to get what you've been literally begging for. Do you feel there's some kind of destiny here?
I think so. I mean, this fight is destiny, I believe. And you know, I'm ready to look for the challenge. I'm ready to go out there and do what I do best. I love to fight, and I love to be in these type of situations. So it's gonna be fun.
What I've seen over the years is that what bothers most veteran fighters is speed. He has speed. Will it bother you?
Well, that's yet to be found out right now. But I have good speed as well. So we're both veteran fighters. He's a little younger, but he's also a veteran fighter, and I have speed as well. So it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do when I'm landing these shots on him.
There's a general sense that you have to pressure him, maybe with intelligence, not recklessness. Is that the only way you're going to be able to deal with him, or do you think you have alternatives?
Well, I mean, I definitely have alternatives, but yeah, I mean, I definitely will have to use my speed, my power, my know-how, my ability to be able to fight a guy like Mayweather. I mean, he's a great fighter, and I have to treat him as such.
Thank you. Good luck, Shane.
Thank you.
Now the delay continues pre-fight, and there's a look at Floyd Mayweather getting gloves in his dressing room. We're told that just moments ago he saw his gloves for the first time. That too happened later than would have been expected under normal circumstances. In the other dressing room, Naseem Richardson is still wrapping Shane Mosley's hands, and Leonard Ellerbe is watching for Floyd Mayweather. Emmanuel, give us your assessment on where all of this is going now.
Well, I tell you what, it's not good, and particularly when you look at the case of Shane. To go back with Mayweather first, you always try on your gloves, and it's when you have to weigh in. I've always did that in all championship fights, and I've been in super fight for over 30 years. Yep. Where you always try the gloves on there. The fighter puts the gloves that he likes the best, you label them as #1, and the alternate pair you put on, and you call it #2. And the commissioner takes those, so when they bring those gloves to you in your dressing room, you've already had those gloves on, and you agreed to those gloves. So I don't see how that happened. Now, the other part of wrapping the hands late, it creates a lot of nervousness and anxiety on the fighter, where everything that he does from this point is going to be rushing. You need to get his hands wrapped, he's got his gloves on. Normally you go through a warm-up period, you get mentally into the fight. He don't have the opportunity to do that now. Everything that he does from there is going to be rush, rush, rush. The whole commission and everyone is in his dressing room watching him. It's not a comfortable mental situation to be in.
saw the Nevada State Athletic Commission official putting the magic marking on Shane's hand wraps, right?
The way they do that for a reason, so if anybody alters or does anything to those hand wraps, it will show up because the markings are all in a crazy pattern. So you cannot do anything once the commissioner said, this is the way the hand is being approved by me, and it makes those marks. It nothing can be done to them. If you move or change anything, it will show.
And there are various ways that hands can be wrapped.